Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's Halloween look is going to be something that doesn't involve any fake blood or wound filler or fresh scratch or anything like that. None of it. I did it! Woo! So I thought I would take a step away from the kind of gory side of Halloween, just maybe for a few videos, because the last two have been pretty heavy. So I thought I would take a step away from the gory side and focus more on the creepy side. Today I am going to be doing a look inspired by Medusa because I just think, I mean, she turns people to stone. I don't know if there's anything that isn't scary that surrounds that. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start this makeup look, what I'm going to do is block out my brows. So I'm first using an alcohol wipe just to remove any oils around my eyebrows, and then I'm going in with a non-toxic water-soluble glue stick, and I'm just using this to coat all my brow hairs, and then I am using a spoolie to push them flat against my skin. So just make sure all your brow hairs are thoroughly coated, push them up against your skin, wipe away any excess glue, and then you're just going to take a translucent powder on a powder puff and just press that into your brows. So then you're just going to dust the excess powder off, and then I repeated this another 2 times. This just means that my brows are going to lie flat to my skin and there's going to be less grooves where my brow hairs are raised against my skin, and it allows me to put makeup over the top of them. So then I just prime my skin, and I'm going in now with a orangey peach colour corrector just to cancel out the blue tones of my eyebrows. Just want to do this so that when you put your foundation on, even if you are using a full coverage one, sometimes your brows show through. So I just dab that one with my fingers and then I set it lightly using some more powder. And now I'm going in with a full coverage foundation. So this is a Kryolan TV paint stick, and I'm first pushing this into my brows, going with the direction of the hair so that I'm not disrupting any of it. I applied that to the rest of my face, and then I went in with a lighter colour just on the centre portions. And then I'm just blending that all out, making sure it's nicely blended, took it down my neck and made sure that I got a really full even coverage over all of my skin. So then once you look like an egg yet again, I'm going in with a green grease paint, and I'm using this to kind of contour my face. So I'm applying it with a flat foundation brush where I want it, and then I am buffing it out into the foundation, and then I just repeat this step so that I can build up the pigment that I want. So just apply and then blend and apply and blend until you get what you want. So then I took this on a triangle on my forehead, and I also took it along my jawline as well, just to kind of contour. So I'm using a cream first because I always think when you're going to contour with like a coloured eyeshadow, sometimes it doesn't show up as pigmented as you want it, so the kind of cream contour underneath just kind of helps to emphasise the colour and makes your contour or your whatever you're using it for more pigmented. So then I'm using this to carve out my eye shape. So I went along the natural bone structure of my face. So the ridge of my eye socket is higher than my crease. So I just used my finger and the brush just to find where my natural eye socket is. Then I sketched that out as a line, applied some more of the green paint, and then just blended it out just to give me a base to work off of. And I also took this down my nose as well. So then just to clean up, I applied some concealer to the centre of my nose and underneath my eyes, just to clean up any parts that I'd went too far with the blending, and this also helped to brighten up the centre portion of my face. And then I'm going in and just setting everything making sure that I'm pressing the powder on rather than swiping it over, because if you swipe then you're going to disrupt all of your hard work that you've been blending the colour over your face. And then I'm just dusting off all the excess, and I used a quick wee spritz of setting spray just to melt all the products back down. So now everything's set, I'm going in with some eyeshadows just to re-enhance the pigment. So I'm just taking this in all the same places that I've put that green beforehand, just making sure it's nice and evenly pigmented and nicely blended. Yeah, just to enhance the colour that I'd already put down. And when I was applying this on my eyes, I really made sure to work it into the front of where my brow would be, just to give it that really sunken in look, and also took this quite far down my nose. So then I'm going in with a dark blue, and I'm putting this along the base of all the eye contours, just to make it look more deep set. And then, so I've smudged that along, and then I am blending it out using a clean brush, just to give it a wee bit more dimension. And then I'm repeating that process but with a black eyeshadow, so smudging it along and then blending it out again, just to make sure that my eyes are nice and defined. And as always when I'm blending, I just keep going back in with all the different colours until I'm happy with what I've got. So then, just to further define the eye, I am taking my P. Louise base. This is in shade 2, I believe, and I'm using this to just cut out and carve out the crease shape. I wanted this to be really sharp, so just take your time with it, stamp the product on and then kind of like squish it into place, I suppose you could say. But I just cut the crease with this and then applied it all over my lid, blended it out, just to make sure there was no harsh edges, being super careful around the edge though, so that you don't disrupt all your hard work. And then I just set that using a white eyeshadow, kind of mixed with a more, like a shade that was close to my skin tone. So then I took a black liquid eyeliner and I just applied this along the base of where that cut crease is, because I wanted it to be really sharp. So just a super thin line all the way along, and I brought it down the inner corner as well, just made sure it was really, really nice and thin, and just took my time with this because it was very precise. So then I'm applying that eyeliner along my upper lash line as well, just close to the eyelashes, and then I'm smudging that green shade underneath my lower lashes, and then I go on and apply the blue as well. And I actually blended this into a kind of triangle underneath my eye, just for a wee bit more shape, but I just blended that down using a fluffy brush and kind of buffed the edges out using the green as well. So then back onto the face, I'm just kind of doing the same thing, going in with that blue shade and just deepening up the contour, trying to keep it most concentrated at the back of my face for my cheeks, and then kind of in the centre of where I've created this triangle on my head. And then I wanted to get like a scale effect, so the easiest way to do this is with fishnets. Now obviously if you're doing this on someone, then you can have them hold it, but when you're doing this yourself, the easiest way is just to put a pair of clean fishnets over your head and just deal with it. So I did that, and I'm using a black eyeshadow on a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm just running this over the centre portion of where I want my scales to be. I didn't want to go overboard with the scales, but I still wanted there to be a nod of like some sort of reptilian creature. So I just applied this on all the areas where I'd put that green and blue mixture before, and just concentrated it in one area and then faded it out, so we got a nice scaled effect. And then once you're happy, you just want to carefully remove the fishnets and you've got a scale effect. So then I just went in and highlighted the highest points of my face, so my cheekbones, down my nose, my temples, the inner corners of my eye, just all the usual spots. And then I went in, this was a liquid eyeshadow, but it was really sparkly, and I went in and just used this to define some of the shapes on the forehead and the cheeks and on the eyes. I just wanted there to be some sort of reflection, so I'm just using this to emphasise the scales. And then I'm going in with that green shade and buffing this around the edges of my lips, just using a big fluffy brush. And then I'm going in with a dark green liquid lipstick and applying this and then buffing it out into the eyeshadow. You don't have to be too neat with this. The point is to be messy with this type of lip look, but just to make sure that you buff it out before the liquid lipstick dries. And then I'm applying a dark teal shade over the top of that, so we're kind of using like the same two colours everywhere for the entire look. And then I'm just applying some mascara to my upper and lower lashes, making sure they're nicely coated. And then I went in and applied some gems over my face because I've not used gems in a while, so I thought that'd be fun. So I used wee triangular kind of multi-chrome gems. They're my favourite ones to use. And any place that I was applying them, I always applied 3 because it was kind of to represent the fact that there was 3 sisters. Medusa is one of 3 sisters, so I kind of wanted to have a wee nod to that. So I just applied these roundabouts where I had applied all the scales, and then I applied some on the inner corner of my eye, underneath my eye, on my chin, my cheekbones, just here and there, but I didn't go overboard with them, just for wee glints of some reflectiveness. Then I just went ahead and applied a big pair of falsies. These are the Girls Night Out falsies by Pretty Little Thing and Tatti Lashes. These are super fun. And then I'm applying a metallic green lipstick, which is so pretty, and blending that out again. Again, you don't have to be too neat with this, which is kind of the beauty of it. And then you're just going to want to apply plenty of gloss to your lips. Put on a headpiece, curl your hair, tease it a wee bit and pop in some funky contacts, and then that's you. Completed the Medusa makeup look. As always, I hope you have enjoyed. Everything I've used will be listed down below, as well as all of my social media links. Make sure you give me a like and a follow on them, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video for another spooky season makeup. See you all next time. Bye! I look a state like... It doesn't bode well that this is how I start a video. I like big buns and I cannot lie. It's like when people get their eyebrows laminated. Can you imagine? I got my brows laminated. Oh, it would look terrible. My eyebrows say no to that. Don't know how to say no to this sign. Don't know how to say no to this. But my eyebrows look helpless.